I'm out controlling some rabbits on some horse and pony paddocks this evening, and they're a proper nuisance down here because of the holes and the scrapes that they dig in the paddocks. And if a horse or pony puts a foot down a hole and injures its leg, then best case scenario you're looking at an expensive vet's bill. Worst case, then the animal's going to have to be destroyed. It's a beautiful evening tonight, albeit it's quite windy at the moment, but I'm going to wait until it gets properly dark before I start shooting. I can see a few rabbits around, but I'm going to wait until it gets properly dark because although there's lots of rabbits here, it's not the biggest permission in the world, and you tend to get one sort of pass through the paddocks and that's it. So I'm going to be using some night vision equipment tonight, specifically the DNT Zulus 4K. It's a 3:24 digital day-night scope from DNT Optics, and this one's mine. I actually paid money for it, and I've been using it for some time now, mainly for shooting rats and rabbits at night and squirrels during the day. It has a huge 3840 by 2160 pixels Sony Starvis 2 4K CMOS sensor, and that combines with a 50mm f1.8 lens to give a really crisp picture in both daylight that's very good in low light conditions as well. And then when it gets fully dark, the addition of an infrared IR torch on the side here means that I shall be able to shoot in the dark and benefit from that still very crisp image. Now I've paired the Zulus 4K with an FAC rifle. This is my FX Impact. It's a 65 foot-pound .25 caliber rifle, and I've done that so that I can hopefully push the range out a little bit further and show you how the Zulus 4K performs in the dark at longer distance. I've seen a few rabbits dotted around using my thermal. This is a DNT Hound H635R thermal spotter, and although I can see quite a few dotted around, I am just going to give it a little bit longer to let them settle before I start shooting. I'm not going to worry too much about the wind direction, to be honest, because there's people moving around the paddocks all the time and they're quite used to seeing people, so I won't worry about that too much. But I'm going to start over there on the left, I think, and then make my way across the right hand side of the paddock. So I've seen a couple of rabbits right on the right hand border over there. Now I'm not going to creep around like a sort of avenging bunny ninja, because I think that will just make the rabbits more suspicious. So I'm just going to take it nice and easy, walk around as casually as I possibly can. I've got my trigger sticks with me, but to be honest, the fences are at a really convenient height here, so what I'll probably do is walk around with my beanbag seat, because that makes a really good rest on the top of the fences. Well, I know I said I was going to wait until it was properly dark before I started shooting, but I saw 2 or 3 rabbits in the paddock a little bit earlier on, and I decided to take the shots, mainly to show you what the Zulus 4K is like in low light conditions. But now it's properly dark now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my way off to the left hand side of the paddocks. I've seen 2 or 3 rabbits over there, hopefully get a few shots at them, and then work my way through to the right hand border. Well, that's 3 rabbits in quick succession there. I spotted the first one in the open field, and the Zulus 4K's laser rangefinder is rated out to 1200 meters, they weren't anywhere near 1200 meters. The first one was bang on 50 meters according to the laser rangefinder, and the laser rangefinder is really easy to operate. There's a little box icon on the screen, and what you'll need to do is just place that box on your target and press the rear button, and then if you press the button a second time, it activates the ballistic calculator. Now you will have to set the ballistic calculator up in one of the menus. It's very easy to do. You just need to enter some basic information like your pellet weight, pellet velocity, ballistic coefficient, that kind of stuff, and then once you've lasered the distance, the ballistic calculator will work out the holdover for you. Now that first shot I think was about 1.3 inches of holdover, something like that, and then I saw a couple more rabbits on the right hand side just emerge from the hedgerow, and amazingly they weren't spooked by that first shot. And the first one I think was 46 meters, and the laser rangefinder gave me holdover of just under an inch I think, and dropped him really cleanly as well. And then the second one stayed there as well, so I got that one too. So that's 3 down in quick succession. Now there's lots of different features and functions on the Zulus 4K, and they're all powered, or they're all operated by this top turret. There's a button on the top, and then you rotate the magnification collar to make your selections, and power comes from a single 21700 rechargeable battery. Now there's far too many features and functions for me to go through right now, but in addition to the laser rangefinder and the ballistic calculator, of course, the ones that I use most often are the fact that it's got 9 different reticle options in 5 different colors. There's 5 different profiles so that you can save different pellet weights and zero distances, and also you can specify different colors and different designs for the holdover marker and the laser rangefinder box. Right, that's enough chat. Let's go and find another rabbit. Well, I only had to wait 20 minutes for those two. They're on the next paddock over, and I've just realised that I haven't changed the clock on the scope. It's saying 7:50 something, and it's now just gone 9:45. Now that first rabbit came out about 45 metres, and he was in the hedgerow, but I could see him quite clearly in the hedgerow, and hit him really cleanly, and he did a bit of a somersault and landed in the twigs there. And then the second rabbit was a bit further around to the right, just on the other side of a fence. He was a bit further away, about 56 metres I think, and I think the holdover there was about 2.2 inches. Well, I've had a good look round now, and I can't see any more rabbits. It's a sort of a short but sweet session, as it often can be down here, to be honest. It's not the world's biggest permission, although there's quite a few rabbits down here, and I've managed to get a few. Now I hope that's given you a little bit of insight into the Zulus 4K. It really is a great scope, and I love using it, and I use it an awful lot. And if you'd like more information, then the best thing to do is to check out the dntoptics.com website. So I've got those rabbits to go and pick up, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.